Today we're moving into a place of acceptance. So be ready to be comfortable and just to let go of everything that's not serving you. All those thoughts that are not serving you, we try to let them go. If you have a blanket, if you have blocks and bolsters, grab those. If not, just grab maybe 3-4 big pillows and just come into a seated position. Today's going to be a very slow moving. It's more about reflecting and allowing our body to be supported and to let go, to go really deep into those tissues and accepting what's happening for what it is without any judgment. I'm starting my left leg crossed and I'm sitting on a blanket, on a folded blanket. This elevates your hips so it makes it easier on your low back. So that's especially suggested or strongly, I would say strongly recommended for anybody who has any low back tightness. And if you are very flexible, you can be without a blanket. From here, we're gonna reach forward, the hands, and maybe we can hold it right here for now. And find a place where you can you don't have to strain anything. Start by taking a deep breath in through our nose and out through the mouth. Big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Adding on, big breath in. Let's suspend the breath, just holding it there. Staying in the breath, suspended, and exhaling through the mouth. Same thing, big breath in. And pause right there. And as we exhale, we can walk the hands further forward. So find a place where you can be without straining. Because as we hold a bit longer, it gets deeper. And inhaling, we push the chest out. Exhaling, relax. Inhaling, opening. Exhaling, let it go. If you have this extra pillow or block, you can place it under your forehead. Experiment different options. Inhaling and exhaling. And I invite you today to allow things to happen during this practice without putting any judgment, without any expectations, just observing what happens. Maybe it's a day where you're stiffer than other days, and that's fine, that's just the way it is. No judgment. Let's walk our hands to one side, extending the arms. Keep pressing the left rib down, left shoulder down. With the inhale, we lengthen the spine. With the exhale, we let go. And whenever you notice any negative thoughts, any judgmental thoughts coming to your mind, take a big breath in, and with the exhale, let them go. Don't hold on to those thoughts. No need to feed them either. Let's walk back to center. You may be able to go a little bit deeper into your stretch. Or maybe not, and that's fine. We're just accepting everything that happens in this practice without judgment. With your next exhale, walking the hands to the other side. With each inhale, we lengthen the spine. And with each exhale, we go deeper. This time, pressing the right shoulder down. And back to center. Placing the hands closer to your hips and pushing the floor away. Coming slowly up. Rolling the shoulders. Releasing our legs and shaking those legs out. We're going to cross, basically we're going to extend the left leg out. And if you're sitting on a blanket, you can hold on to the blanket, sit on it, or you can sit on the floor. If you have a block, you can place your block underneath your ankle so that your ankle is supported. We don't want the ankle to hang down, so really providing support for the ankle. If you feel stiffness in your low back, bend this left knee. Okay? And then we're going to stretch our toes because those toes don't get much attention, I bet. And the way you're going to do this, you're going to thread your fingers between your toes. You may be able to thread only one finger today. It means your toes are really tight. So it's something you may want to do outside of class. Whenever you're sitting down, you have a moment, thread your fingers through your toes. And you may thread more than one finger, so see where it takes you. And deep breath in, we lengthen the spine. Exhaling, we reach far, pushing the chest forward. We maintain the alignment of the spine. So I use my left hand to support my spine. Now you can also have a pillow. I'm going to show you with my bolster. So you can have just your pillow to rest on, so you feel a bit more supported. Relaxing forward. For those of you who want to go a little bit deeper, extend your left leg. You can even sit off your blanket directly on the mat. And you can let go of your bolster or your pillow. So we're going to hold it here for another 5 deep slow breaths. And without trying to reach any specific goals today, it's just allowing things to happen for what they are, accepting them. If you notice any tightness in your hip, try to breathe into it. And releasing those fingers, shaking the legs. Placing the hands behind the hips, inhaling, pushing the chest wide open, and slightly up. 3 breaths here, big breath in, and out. 2 more. Last one. Back to center. Let's work on the other side. Bending the left leg, placing a block under your ankle. Now you can thread either from over the foot or from underneath. So I prefer from over, or from outside, or from on top. And again, there's no judgment on how many fingers go through your toes or how deep they go through. Okay? Find the option that works best for you. So either a pillow right here underneath. You could also have your folded blanket right here to lean on. Whatever works for you. We start by inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, reaching far. Option to bend this right knee. And just letting go. 2 more deep, slow breath. Last one. Just release our toes, slowly coming up. Hands behind the hips with the fingertips pointing straight front. We're going to bend our knees. Inhaling, we're going to push the chest forward and bring the hips up. Option to look straight ahead or up. Wherever you have your gaze, it should not strain your neck. So if you need to look straight ahead, go ahead. That's your option. Without judgment, without expectations. And down. Let's get on all fours. So still working on those toes. Gonna tuck the toes under. And here, again, if you can spread those toes apart. Right here. And maybe starting on all fours, you may already feel the stretch right here. Then that's where you're gonna stay. You can make it a little bit more comfortable by placing your forearms. Actually, let's all start with the forearms on the floor, palms facing up. So, palms facing up is really a way to accept the energy and also a symbol to accept things the way they are without expectations, without judgment. Now, if we want to go a little bit deeper, we bring the hands closer to the knees and the hips lower. If you want to go a little bit deeper, we keep climbing back until we have the shoulders. Let me scroll forward. Until we have the shoulders stacked over our hips, right here. And let's roll the shoulders back if your shoulders are over your hips. Otherwise, just hold it right there. I'm going to take 3 deep, slow breath. Big breath in. As we exhale, we send some oxygen to those toes. 2 more. Last one. Lengthening the spine, pulling the chin back. And releasing, shaking those legs out. Okay. Let's get in butterfly. Again, on your blanket, if you have a blanket. Sole of the feet together. If you want to go a bit deeper, you can remove the blanket. If you need support underneath your knees, you can use your blocks. And see if you can either grab your ankles, or what I like to do is interlace my fingers, place them in front of my toes, and inhaling we lengthen, exhaling we reach far, lengthening the spine. And let's shake those thighs, those knees, and going a bit further out, hold it right there. See if you can lengthen the spine with each inhale, and go a bit deeper maybe with each exhale. So if you feel really tight right there, our tightness can come from the hips, from the low back, and this really affects basically your posture and eventually any discomfort you may experience in your back. So it's something you want to be aware of and start working more on opening up those hips. Actually, the next exercise, we're going to also go deeper into those hips. Two more breaths. One more. and coming back up. Opening the legs wide with or without the blanket. If you tend to lean back, it's time to bend your knees so that we can align the shoulders over the hips. So we don't want to be rounded, it's not good on your spine. It's better to bend your knees and bring your shoulders forward. You can always have your hands behind your hips and push away the floor. If you feel that you can hold it right here without using your hands behind you, bring your hands forward. So today it's not really about going deep into those positions. So, even if you're right here, when you stretch, it's not about trying to bring your chest down. It's just finding a place where you're comfortable, you're not straining, you're not pulling, you're not trying to lengthen anything. You just accept to be wherever your body wants to be right now. I'm going to use either a block, okay, or your pillows, or both. You can have your blocks, or you can stack your pillows. Remember, your knees can be bent. Okay. Just gonna relax right here. It's a good time to feel where you may be holding your tension and allowing your body to surrender to the position by breathing slowly, deeply into it. And also take this moment to think about what's holding you back in life. What's stressing you out? What are your struggles? And rather than thinking of those struggles as something you want to get rid of, something that's negative, remember that whatever you're going through is making you stronger. So you do want those struggles to build resilience. Even though it can be tough right now, you're going to come out a much better, stronger person. It will allow you to achieve more in life. So eventually you become stronger and taller and bigger than your problems. And then eventually they look like small problems. So accept the truth as it is, accept life as it comes to you. Welcome those challenges. Use them to build yourself. And as we're holding here into this position, you may notice by now that your body is letting go. It's accepting, it's surrendering. Feel free to adjust anything. We're going to be in here for a bit longer. So if you want to go deeper, remove the blanket, or on the contrary, if you want to add something, go ahead. Let's come up, and we're gonna turn to one side. So I'm going to turn to my right, bend the right knee. You can have a block on each side, or I can simply place my hands onto the mat and pushing the chest forward. Especially if you have any low back issues, bend this knee. Those of you who really want to lengthen this hamstring, you can extend the knee as long as it's not bothering your low back. Big breath in. And out we walk our hands back to center one more time. Now let's have the palms up. So if your hands are here, if you can place the hands face up again to accept whatever life is offering you. Big breath in, lengthening the spine. And exhaling, walking to the other side. Start by bending your knee and pushing the chest forward. Reaching far. Option to extend this knee. Back to center last time. And exhaling, we walk the hands close to the hips. Okay, on our back, let's bring the knees to the chest. And you can have either a block under your head or a pillow. And we're just gonna grab the back of our thighs and extend the legs. Maybe some of you are going to be right here. Some of you are going to be all the way up. Again, there's no straining. Your knees could be bent. Okay, and what I like to do is use the weight of my arms to pull the legs without rounding or lifting the hips off the floor. So another option you can do is also having your blanket underneath your lower back and just letting your legs come closer to your chest. Okay, wherever your body wants to be today. Surrender to the pose. Accept what your body is telling you. Big breath in. Hold it right there. Let's open the mouth, exhaling. Big breath in and out. Letting go of controlling your thoughts. If your legs can stay without using any strength, fully relaxed, you can do that too. Let's bend our knees. Let's remove the blanket. And let's twist to the right. Just 2 breaths right here. Let's try to press the left shoulder down. Back to center. Let's go to the other side. So we lift the hips, we scoop them to the right and drop the hips to the left. I like to tilt my chin to the opposite side as well. Back to center. Let's end in a butterfly. It's a good idea to have support under your legs. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place the blanket underneath my neck and the blocks. If you need support for your thighs, you can have your blocks, your pillows underneath your knees. Or maybe nothing. Maybe you're comfortable without anything. Whatever works for you. And hands flat. You can make a triangle with the index thumbs. And place them on our lower abdomen. As you notice your body settling in, if you want to remove or readjust any pillows, any blocks, or maybe add anything, you can do that. It's going to be our last resting pose. So let's take a couple deep, slow breaths together before we let our body breathe itself. Big breath into the nose. Suspend the breath. And out. One more. And out. Now we can really let go of controlling the breath. We can really let go of controlling the thoughts. We can accept whatever comes to us without judgment, without expectations. After this practice, see if you can go about your day, about your week, accepting things for what they are, realizing that you are bigger than your struggles, and that you can handle them. Option to remain longer in this position, to place our hands to heart center. May your struggles be your strength. May you grow bigger than your problems. From our heart to yours, Namaste.